In the meantime, we begin this hour with the race for the White House and new questions this morning surrounding Hillary Clinton's health.
The Democratic nominee now forced to cancel campaign events in California after she collapsed at the 9/11 memorial.
The Democrats now reportedly considering a replacement. Jennifer Griffin is live in Westchester with the latest. Hey, Jennifer.
Hi, Brian. Well, I think it's important to point out that our colleague Rick Leventhal broke this news yesterday, long before the video appeared showing her stumbling into her van. He had very good law enforcement sources. And it wasn't until the evening that we knew from her doctor, from Hillary Clinton's doctor, that she had been diagnosed with pneumonia on Friday. This is the statement released by Dr. Laura Barak. Quote, she was put on antibiotics and advised to rest and modify her schedule. I have just examined her, and she is now rehydrated and recovering nicely. The video posted on social media showed aides helping Hillary Clinton to the van as her Secret Service detail opened the door. Her knees appeared to buckle as she stepped forward and stumbled toward the vehicle, cutting short her visit to the 9/11 memorial. For more than an hour, campaign aides did not return reporters' calls, and the traveling press pool was kept in the dark. Her press secretary said she had overheated. 90 minutes later, she emerged from her daughter Chelsea's downtown Manhattan apartment about noon, smiling and waving. She even signed an autograph with a young supporter. Just 1 week earlier, a coughing fit during a Labor Day picnic in Ohio caused her to interrupt a speech and later a press briefing.
Every time I think about Trump, I get allergic.
The campaign has now canceled her two-day trip to California, but we do understand she plans to make a teleconference appearance to a fundraiser that she was supposed to appear at in San Francisco later today. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. Let's bring in Donald Trump now to talk about that. Mr. Trump, she was diagnosed with pneumonia on Friday, we're just learning, and also the press was kept in the dark for an hour and a half after she was carted off from the 9/11 memorial. Why was the press kept in the dark for so long?
Well, I really just don't know. I hope she gets well soon. I don't know what's going on. I'm like you. I see what I see. The coughing fit was a week ago, so I assume that was pneumonia also. I mean, I would think it would have been, so something's going on. But I just hope she gets well and gets back on the trail, and we'll be seeing her at the debate.
Sure. What's so interesting is that now the DNC, if these reports are correct, might be considering a replacement. Does Donald Trump have a plan to take on Tim Kaine and to take on Joe Biden?
No, I don't think they'll replace her. I think we have to see what's wrong. I mean, we have to see what's wrong. But whatever it is, I'm ready. Whatever it is.
So health is an issue now, right?
I think it's an issue. In fact, this last week, I took a physical. And I'll be releasing when the numbers come in. Hopefully they're going to be good. I think they're going to be good. I feel great. But when the numbers come in, I'll be releasing very, very specific numbers.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Right.
Dr. Ben Carson said, hey, why don't both the candidates do it, and you've went ahead and done it.
Well, I think it's true. I think it's true.
All right.
I'm going to be doing, I've already done it, and the report should be finished this week.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about something that Hillary Clinton said on Friday night. She was at a big fundraiser here in New York City where she said that half of your followers are a basket of deplorables, racist, homophobic, xenophobic. And then today, your communications advisor, Jason Miller, put out this question of the day. Secretary Clinton, on Friday you said half of Donald Trump's supporters belonged in the basket of deplorables. Mr. Trump has a 19-point lead with former and active duty military members, with 55% polled saying they support him. In your opinion, what half of those voters belong in your basket? How big a mistake was this for her to say that on Friday night?
Personally, when I heard it, I thought that it was not something that was within the realm of possible that she would have said it. And I said to my people, I don't believe she said it. I think you have to check it because there's no way that she said this. And she actually did, and she even really doubled up because it was said with such anger and such unbelievable anger. And I think this is the biggest mistake of the political season. I really do. When I saw this in its full form, and I saw the anger with which she said it. I mean, the way she spoke. I think it's the single biggest mistake of the political season. They compare this to 47% on one of the shows last night, but they said it's actually much worse. In fact, you people did a poll, and it came out, I guess, 80% much worse than the 47%, which was, a pretty catastrophic.
Well, she did try to walk it back a little bit. She said later she regrets saying half. So who knows what number she would prefer.
Well, remember this. You're going to be president. You're president of all the people. You're not president of 50% or 75%. You're president of all the people. You're president of everybody. And somehow it has to get out there that, it's not a certain group of people that's going to be left behind. Or they've already been left behind with jobs and lots of other things. And, you have to be president of everybody.
Donald Trump, you're in the unique position in that your base is blue collar. The people that yell for you are usually the 9-to-5ers, the construction guys, and people who, for the most part, are not zillionaires. But yet you can hang out in those circles. It seems as though Hillary Clinton, in speaking to that in that ritzy club uptown and making those comments and going to these high-ranking fundraisers, in many ways she seems divorced from the everyday American.
Well, Brian, my base is blue collar, but my base is everything else also, and I'm really proud of the blue collar because they are, the job they do is incredible, and the fact is they haven't been taken care of properly by this country. People that, it's very interesting. People 18 years ago were making more in real wages, many people, but on average, people 18 years ago were making more than they're making today. And they're working harder today, and in many cases today, and to a large extent because of this horrible Obamacare, in many cases they're working 2 jobs. But my base is everything. I mean, I go out, I have people everywhere, everything. This is a big base, including, by the way, women, including African Americans, which you see, including Hispanics. You saw the poll numbers for Hispanics this weekend because they want to protect their jobs. Right. They don't want people pouring in and taking their jobs. I really believe my base is everything.
We want to ask you about the Colin Kaepernick thing because yesterday, the NFL played on 9/11. You had 4 Dolphins players kneeling during the national anthem, and then the Chiefs player, Marcus Peters, raising a fist, still linked with the team, but then raising a fist. He was standing, as you see there, on the end as they were all linking arms, but raising a fist during the on 9/11 during the national anthem. What's your reaction?
Well, I think it's a lack of respect for our country. I think it's a lack of appreciation for our country. And it's a very sad thing. I've never seen anything quite like it, actually. You're talking about a major sport, maybe the major sport, and when you see that, and it leads to a lot of other things, I think it's a great lack of respect and appreciation for our country. And I really said they should try another country, see if they like it better. See how well they'll be doing. See if they're going to make $20 million a year for being a second-string quarterback.
In Colin Kaepernick's case, and he'll be tonight, and I expect him to sit or kneel. But like in Arian Foster's case, he's the outstanding running back. He said, listen, I love this country. I love everything, but I just think that we could be better. That's his point. And since being that you did go to African-American communities, you did speak at that church, do you see an inequity and a problem in the black community that they are addressing that this might help?
Well, I've been to many black communities over the last short period of time. I've been to Philadelphia, the inner cities, Philadelphia, Detroit, and numerous others, and I'm going to a lot. And I'll tell you what, there is a great love for the country. I have to say that. There's a great, great love for the country. When I went to the church in Detroit, the bishop was such an incredible guy, and the whole atmosphere was such love. There is a tremendous love for this country. Unbelievable, actually.
So does this help?
I don't know if it helps. The one thing it does do is it shows you have freedom. I mean, you have freedom to do what you want to do. It's freedom of expression. It's freedom of what you want to do. That's the one thing it does show. But it's really, I think, very sad. When I watch it, it's so sad. It'd be nice to get things. Look, we're going to fix things. We're going to fix the inner cities. We're going to get tremendous African-American vote. You already see it. It's being peeled off for Hillary. Hillary's been doing this stuff for 35 years. She hasn't done anything for the inner cities except get their vote and then say, see you in 4 years. I mean, that's all she does. I'll see you guys in 4 years. And she's been terrible for the African-American community, and she's been terrible for the Hispanic community. And they're seeing that, and that's why. Look at the numbers. My numbers are going up many-fold.
Mr. Trump, we know that in January you would like to move into 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, but actually later today you're going to move into a spot halfway between the White House and the U.S. Capitol on Pennsylvania. The Trump D.C., the former post office, D.C. post office, is now a Trump hotel, and it's opening today 2 years ahead of schedule. How'd you do that?
Well, we are way ahead of schedule, and the quality is even better than we thought, and we're right on budget, and it's been a great thing. I'd like the country to go ahead of schedule, and on budget or under budget would be great. But we will be opening one of the great hotels of the world. It's a truly incredible building. The most sought-after, I believe, the most sought-after project in the history of the GSA. That's General Services, from the government, got it from the government. And we really laid it on the line. The hotel is magnificent. There has never been a hotel like this or even close in Washington. In addition, we built the largest luxury ballroom in Washington and meeting rooms and spas.
They needed one of those.
Good for weddings.
It's really going to be a great tribute to our country.
And Ivanka led this, correct?
Ivanka led it. Ivanka did a fantastic job. This was her baby. And she led it, and I saw it on Saturday. I walked through. We had at least 1,000 people, workers in the lobby. We gave the speech, and then they went right back to work because we have the opening. But it has been an amazing project, and the whole country's talking about it. And it's a soft opening. The main opening we're going to save for just before election time. I thought that would be a good time. But we actually have a soft opening today.
All right. Very good. Donald Trump joining us from somewhere in his empire. Mr. Trump, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
He's got
Thank you.
2 appearances today.
The sign in front of the hotel said, "Spa by Ivanka Trump." So
There you go.
Go to her spa.
It's quite a location.